We should have cleared out a prizes team. Timmy and them. Fuck.
Where were they?
They're like somewhere. They're somewhere back here.
It's
They're gonna have to
fucking
push
pushing
in
high
below
gun.
us.
It's just annoying. Just wait till they push in. Just keep standing behind us. I don't want to get ratted on.
Well, cool, calm, and composed is how I would describe things. Even with the action starting to pick up a little bit here, G2 just keeping the reins on that adrenaline, Tom.
They really are, and they're just super chill about the situation, which is fine, and that shows their confidence just in general. At the same time, they understand the threats. They understand that they need to take out certain teams, but I love that portal play. They pushed that team all the way down to the middle. That was Lazarus, I believe, and then they had to coexist inside of a building that just was an easy third party for them. Perfect timing on the portal, perfect execution, coming back when they needed to, and now Renegades gets knocked. It's going to be dropped with the scout across the map.
We managed to get the res though, but they burnt the bubble in doing so, and it was Space Station Gaming who were trying to do that damage and try and maybe think about closing the gap, but closing the gap not so easy with 15 squads still alive in this lobby. And oh my word, Renegades, they are having hell rain down on them at the moment. Another player knocked, and hey, if one defensive bombardment wasn't enough, have another one, and it's NRG looking to move in here and pick up these KP.
I think they're done for. It's just Vaxlon, I believe, and he's got a sliver of health. He's trying to armor swap. He finally gets it, but he's just got defensive bombardment, team on team looking at him, going for a saucer, somehow still alive. Honestly impressive that he even lasted this long. But we talked about that bridge ending, and it's there. The bridge is there. It's in the next zone, and it's most likely ending very close to where Vaxlon is.
Well, the crazy thing is, if Vaxlon stays alive for another minute or so here, somehow just manages to sweat it out and manages to not give his life away, then they might be able to pick up some placement points, as 15 squads will go down very, very quickly as the teams have to move from the east side of Fragment. All those teams we were talking about before who are stacked up on top of each other, they'll have to move through each other. That would take 3 or 4 teams out, possibly 5 or 6, and even though there's one player alive, it really can change a game for them. As NRG still inside of this broken building, they're going to be feeling very, very confident about this end zone now, Tom.
You say placement points, I say go for the res. That's what a real OG would do. I'm just kidding. There's no chance he could pull that one off. NRG added too much pressure, as the rest of the map is too. Sweet's going to go and Q right on onto there. You can see over that third person camera where exactly all these teams are. That broken building, like you said, is so tough to hold for this long, but they've done a great job. However, running out of resources, only 5 cells there for Rocker. Gonna have to use one of those to get that armor back up too. So we'll see how they fare later on.
Well, the thing for Vaxlon here is he's a problem for NRG. They have to clean him out at some point, because even a few shots, as you say, that broken building's so difficult to hold. But if they can clear that side of the map, it denies all of the lines of sight, and they can just focus on Market and the teams that might be making a late dash towards that bridge. So even though Vaxlon is still alive and it's only a solo player, it's still a problem for NRG. So you can see why Sweet was being so aggressive on trying to finish off that kill, as now they have to turn their attention to SSG, who are in Market at the moment.
Low on ammo, low on cells. That's the problem with holding this broken building. You have to add so much pressure elsewhere, and you take so much pressure that it just kills your resources. Space Station Gaming in a pretty good spot. The outside of this fence, surprisingly, is going to be a decent position, because we talk about so often about keeping the action in front of you, and it does pull directly onto the bridge. Mark coming through with the prediction after seeing the first zone.
Hey, look at me. IGL, get me in, sign me up.
Get
I'm
him
available, is all I'm going to say, Tom. All right?
Sweet, get out of here. On set, you're in.
Who's Sweet? Anyway, let's talk about the game. Space Station Gaming still looking very, very good. I'm sorry, Sweet, please don't come for me. Fans of NRG, please don't come for me. I'm a nice guy, really. Space Station still looking to take out this rat, and I don't know if Vaxlon has actually been eliminated. I haven't been able to track that in the kill feed as such, but you can see in the kill feed that Esports Arena just lost one. Velhurst went down. Missile Swarm going to go in here as 12 squads now find ourselves alive on World's Edge. Only 69 damage here for Zanayo as well, which means that he's going to have a lot of work to do to get that Evo shield leveled up. Now you can see nobody wants to move here. Nobody wants to poke, because with 12 teams alive, you throw one shoulder out, Tom, and all of a sudden that shoulder gets removed.
If you poke, that means that you're going to get just lit up, but also nobody wants to use the resources immediately. No one wants to use the utility. You have to hold onto your bubble to the very end, because It's all defensive bombardments from here. It's all Nox gas grenades. You don't know if there's going to be EMPs involved. Bloodhound scans are going to come left and right. Some teams are going to be trying to Valkyrie ult for the top of the bridge, and it's already happening. XStat's going to be the first team to Valkyrie all out.
Well, let's see how this works out for them. This is always one of those plays that you kind of have to have a little bit of luck on your side. You have to land somewhere that isn't taken, and you don't find that information out until you land. And for Kenny, he might be landing in a rough spot at the moment, but he's managed to land. As now we're going to jump on board with Risotto, who makes accept pay. All of a sudden, this is the G2 we've been looking forward to seeing, and this is the G2 that we expect to see.
No doubt about it. They've been big chilling the entire time, taking some angles, 3x across the map. All hell breaking loose now as G2's just sitting there and doing the perfect gatekeep, but Designful somehow overextends. They're not in position to go for the bubble quite yet, and that's going to be defensive bombardment possibly being used to get him back up. Gold bag is there, so it's a nice recovery, but that stops the slaughter from G2's side just a little bit.
Space Station gonna have to be careful as well. They're playing this outer ledge where NRG have been residing. Team Sheesh now moving their way in as well, and they're onto this bridge, and this is one of the best positions to hold. If you can hold it down, the Skynade's gonna come in from Timmy. The EMP's going off in the distance. One Skynade exchange for another, but that battery could be huge, but an Arcstar in front of them. Team Sheesh just doing anything they can to desperately survive for now. Nicewig is about 2 HP, maybe even 1, but the caustic gas is keeping them alive as Timmy will fall when a Price is the last man standing.
Ronnie ratting it out right now, staying alive down below, is going to get the knock onto Timmy, and that is so important because Nicewig still has to heal, a Prize has to heal, and there it is. Ronnie finally gets dropped, but at what cost now as they have to get Timmy back in. There's another team pushing. Hello! Look over towards your left. The Prize is there with the L-Star. What a monster. CLG is going to answer with another third party, though. Where is G2? Have they stayed alive throughout all this? Noble is there. Energy is there. Space Station as well.
Well, it looks like they are still alive if you follow our team tracker, and yes, there they are, just sneaking into the corner of your vision. And I mean, what a collection of teams we have alive in our final moments here. Noble, they're just playing the outside of this bridge, and if they can go undetected for a few moments here, they might be able to jump up late and really cause some problems. G2, they're going to be in a similar position, but they're going to be one of those teams that's going to be moving first here. This is going to be a tough move now as G2 do make that move. The portal comes in. We have G2, we have Space Station, and we have NRG, all neighbors at the moment, but nobody wants to look over the fence because there's a naughty looking dog who wants to bite.
That's why you have to have such a strong, confident Wraith on your team. Gentrifying finds the right spot for the portal. There's not much place to go here, Mark. You can see this is literally the best spot to be playing right now. Designful overextends again just a little bit. Bubble's gonna get used. That could mean a full send over towards the side, but they don't want to risk it. There's gonna be a gold bag in hand still, and they're looking for more ammo, more resources. They're running low on basically everything, and now that they know the other team's not gonna push towards the other side of this wall, this is much safer for them to move forward. Another big move from Gentrify.
Amazing stuff from G2, but you have to say they were helped out in that situation with the knock being in vicinity of 2 people, or 2 teams I should say, who didn't want to push. However, now the bubble is going to come in. Space Station Gaming are forced to move, and even though they pick up the kills here, G2, you have to wonder, is that the signal for NRG to move in? Are NRG going to try and take advantage as we're down to 3 now? CLG moving in as well, and NRG with just 2 players alive, but they have the height here.
They've been waiting for all the action to unfold. Gentrify is going to go down. CLG really helping out NRG basically at this point, as now NRG's finally going to make their play. They're looking for back-to-back, Mark. They may find it.
Rocker picks up 1, and NRG might go back-to-back here. It's a 2v1, and NRG, the 2-time here, back-to-back wins for NRG, and they played that one once again to perfection.
They waited as the duo. There was so much action going on. They kept track of it all. That is how you play Apex. NRG is putting on a clinic, and we've just getting started.
Amazing.